the thing I'm worried about with my daughter, or the thing I think about, dystopian future, is the phones. I think like the phones thing, like
can't imagine.
I grew up where a phone was a thing that stayed on a wall. A computer took a fucking long time to load. It was, summers were like creeks, finding dead things, poking them with a stick.
That's the best.
Lighting fires.
I even feel that distance of like I grew up with the like peak internet years for me as a kid was like, I don't know, like 2009 YouTube, where it wasn't like optimized social media yet.
It was
like
just random.
Yeah, it would be like a video called like Egg, and then you clicked on it and it's someone dropping an egg and it does 12 million views and they're interviewed in Time magazine about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like
you could also still see hardcore violence on YouTube.
That shit was crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I remember kids in 4th grade would send you like, here's a guy getting his head cut off.
The
And I was like, I
Columbine
don't want to
security
watch that.
footage. My college roommate,
Jesus, really?
I think it was in 07. He used to do gravity bongs in his room, and then he'd be like, Mike, come here. Mike, come here. You got to check this out. And he didn't put it on yet. He goes, I'm surprising you with what we're gonna watch. And I'm like, okay. And so I took a gravity bong. I'm on Jupiter.
Oh, my
and then
God.
he's like, watch this. And then it's like black and white, two kids like clinking fucking the holsters of their guns together. It's a nightmare.
Jesus
It really
Christ.
puts the reality of the situation much more like in your brain than just reading about it.
God.
Well, where do we go from here?
And I will say, I still think TikTok's worse than that. I
actually do.
I still think a 9-year-old
just
girl
gonna say
watching a
that.
get ready with me makeup tutorial with the fucking snatched filters on does more damage than watching. I don't know. But
I don't even think the content is the problem. I think it's the way the content is suggested. And Rosebud just sends me like 1,000 reels a day that are just like, this is how kids' brains are rotting. This is how the kids will all end up being sociopaths.
But this is a reel.
Yeah.
Well, you ever catch yourself being radical, or them trying to radicalize you?
Your wives?
The algorithm.
Oh.
The algorithm where like you might like something previously, and then a day later it's like ratcheted up to 10, and then you scoop by it, and then like 2 days after that it's right in the middle of those two things.
I think the most
Every time I
insane
try
thing-
to... sorry. No.
We keep on doing this.
Sorry.
Everybody's just so excited to be together.
Yeah.
I think that's what
feel
we're
We
doing.
were raised at the same co-op, and now like the domino
We went
effect
to the
of like
same Waldorf school. No, I my Instagram, I could pull up Instagram right now. The reel that I want to watch, something I follow, if I swipe, like if you click on it so that it becomes a reel off of the feed, and then the next thing will be the most insane shit ever. It'll be like, do you like rubbing cum all over your body? And I'm like, and then the next one will be like, how to optimize Christianity to lock in. And then the next one's like, it makes zero sense. It's like,
thing I've ever heard.
to lock in.
it doesn't make any sense. I don't understand what
it doesn't, because you haven't put your faith in it yet.
Okay, that's true. Who's that salesman? The buff bald guy?
Yeah, the bald guy who goes, nobody can fuck my wife like I fuck my wife.
I can't wait till he
all
dies.
right.
That's
Well,
gonna be so
it's
funny.
so fascinating when you're like, dude, I love asking people what their Discover page looks like, because I think we have really different algorithms.
My Discover
I
page
can't
is-
show you my Instagram Explore page. It's
My
just
Discover page is all
unacceptable.
heavy-breasted Mediterranean.
Well, that's the problem.
and it's a mix of Mediterranean meaning
you
also...
describe like a chicken dish.
It is. That is a chicken dish. That is exactly what my feed is.
Mediterranean.
It's like beaches in Sardinia, and then
There's not one
women,
other video.
that are just have heavy breasts that are also kind of caramel skinned.
I don't understand how people can like mime getting doggy style sex and do yoga in like transparent lip huggers that like completely spread apart, and it's like 48,000 likes, 1,800 comments, and I mute the word jizz and I'm shadow banned for 8 months.
That's the same thing. I made fun of the Afrikaner refugees.
Uh-huh.
I was like, if you're a white refugee, like that's kind of on you.
Yeah.
It was like a front-facing thing that my social media guy asked me to do. So I did it, and nothing, zero, no views, and all my other views were good. And then like the next video that I swiped through is like how to open up your asshole so that you can take bigger cock. I was like, why did mine got banned?
Like, first of all, bookmark. Second of all,
But it is weird because it makes everything this kind of like pseudo-sexual, like it's like at the same time like highly sexualized and highly sanitized, which is like creepier and more of a mindfuck than if you just were watching like something like
grooming
someone like
talk.
topless.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
talking about this at the cellar the other day where we were like, oh, sex was the original seller. Like that was the sex sells. Now it's rage is selling more so than even sex. Like that's kind of the new sex sells is like if this can make you angry, it will basically mobilize an entire unit of people.
Yeah, if we could, if I had the bandwidth, like, and also the emotional detachment to do it, it would be so easy to grift Trump people. I've heard all these things about if you just like have a product and you put like Trump on it,
Yeah.
you can sell like supplements and people will just give you tens of thousands of dollars.
Dude, you remember at the airport they would have the like Trump chocolate bars and the Kamala chocolate bars
Yeah.
right next to each other, and depending on which one had sold more, I would like check in to be like, who's gonna win? Because it was just a clear graphic of like who's buying. But then you're like, are they buying him because they want to eat him? Like I don't know. That's hard to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, interesting. But then also
Get into the mind of a chocolate bar eater.
That's why I'm here, brother. That's why I do podcasts. A peek into the window of the chocolate factory, if you will. Political analysis through candy.
Andy, you look like you're struggling with an idea.
I was trying to think of a joke, and it's the third podcast. You know how I am. I'm hanging on by a thread.
You're doing great.
Oh, I have not a joke, but a thing that I was going to say earlier, which that I think is maybe inspires some hope, is that I feel like kids my age or whatever, adults my age that did grow up with that part of the internet, I think there's a big pendulum swing of like, we are like, my kid's not having a phone till they're 18.
Yeah.
Like, I think-
that's how we are. We're like, we can't do this to because I'm like, I will pick up my phone, open Instagram, go like, what the fuck am I doing? Shut it, put it in my pocket, grab it immediately and open up it.
It's like reopening the fridge.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane. And I hate it.
It really makes me hate myself. Like every time I go through my cycle of like of literally opening it, reading an email, and then I'm all of a sudden on Instagram, and then I'm all of a sudden like going through the cycle of
and
activity.
it's like
I'm
2 hours later.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck just
But
happened?
you know what? This will make a great clip.